right, learning targets 1 and 2 we're going to do together here at the beginning of Unit 6. So we're first going to define some vocab words here. Like terms are terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. You can add or subtract like terms. This process is called combining like terms. So make sure you get that down. And here's some examples. So you guys have probably seen these before, like 2x plus 4x would be combined to get 6x. But if we have something like 3x squared plus 4x to the third minus 2x squared plus x to the third, we can combine the x squareds, so that would combine to get 1x squared, and we can combine the x cubes, so that would be 5x cubed. Okay? A polynomial is an expression consisting of variables and coefficients that involve either addition, subtraction, or multiplication. So a polynomial is just, there's different types of, there's a monomial, which would just be like 2x squared. Okay? A binomial would be like 2x squared plus 3x. A trinomial would be like 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. So, and then a polynomial is usually a term used to note anything more than one term. But a polynomial might be 2x squared plus 3x plus 5 plus y. Okay? So there's lots of terms in these groups. So monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial. But all of them would be polynomials as well. The polynomial is kind of the general term. All right. So let's try adding and subtracting polynomials. When we're adding polynomials, we just need to find the like terms. And this is a polynomial, remember, because it's a group of 3 terms. This is a polynomial, a group of 3 terms added or subtracted together. So we can just combine like terms. We have 5x squared and 8x squared. That's going to give us 13x squared, excuse me. 13x squared. Then we have negative 3x and 10x, so that's going to give us 7x. And we have a positive 7, I shouldn't make it I have a positive 7 and a negative 25, so that's going to give me minus 18. Okay, so that's just simplifying those two polynomials. The trickiest part is when you're subtracting a polynomial. Think of this as distributing a negative 1. So I'm going to minus each of these terms. How I like to do it is just to make this a positive and then change all the signs. So this is going to be a negative 7x, a negative 7x cubed, a negative 3x squared, a positive 15x, and a positive 30. Or you could think about it as 8x cubed minus 7x cubed is going to be 1x cubed. And notice here we don't have any x squareds, so we're just going to have that minus 3x squared, so it would be negative 3x squared. And then we have 4x minus a negative 15, or we've just made it a plus of 15, so that'd be 19x. And 10 minus a negative 30, or just plus 30, would be 40. So here is a simplified version of those two polynomials. Again, polynomial, 3 terms and 4 terms. Both of those are polynomials. So that's adding and subtracting. Multiplying, you guys have used the distributive property before. So this is just kind of those 2 swoops. We talked about this in solving equations. So this would be 5x squared, because x times x is x squared, minus 35. That's how you would simplify that. This would be 3x squared plus 21x minus 30. Okay? So just simplifying using the distributive property. Okay? Now, here's where I want you to start thinking about boxes. Okay? So we can start thinking about multiplying polynomials as if we had 5x here and then we had x minus 7 here. If I make this into 2 little boxes, well, the area of this little box is going to be 5x squared, and the area of this little box is going to be negative 35. So the outside, the length times the width, is kind of our what's going to be called factored form, 2 factors. The inside, the area, is going to be called expanded form. So here, if we had 3 times a box of 3, and we had x squared plus 7x plus negative 10, then the area here is 3x squared, the area here is 21x, and the area here is negative 30. All right? This is kind of a preview of stuff to come. When we are multiplying 2 binomials, so binomials mean there's just one term, 2 terms, one term, 2 terms, we use a method called FOIL. FOIL stands for first, inside, outside, and last. And all that means is that we can multiply the first term in each binomial, so that would give us x squared. Then we can multiply the inside term in each binomial, so that would give us negative 7x. Then we multiply the outside term in each binomial, so that would give us 9x. And then we multiply the last term in each binomial, which would give us negative 63, right? So then we have to combine like terms. So we'd have x squared plus 2x minus 63, because negative 7x and 9x gives us 2x. Same thing here. First term, x times x, will give us x squared. Inside, negative 10 times x will give us negative 10x. Outside, x times 1 will give us 1x. And last, negative 10 times 1 will give us a negative 10. So we combine like terms, and we have x squared minus 9x minus 10. Now, here's where the boxes can come into play again. If I have now a binomial, so I have x minus 7 and x plus 9, now I'm going to have 4 little boxes. Here I had x squared, here I had negative 7x, here I had 9x, and here I had negative 63. And then we combined these 2 boxes to simplify. Okay? Here again, if I have x minus 10 and x plus 1, then I have my 4 boxes. I have x squared minus 10x, 1x, and negative 10. And again, we combine these 2 boxes to simplify. Write these down because these are going to come in handy, okay? I want us to be thinking about multiplying binomials with the boxes because those will come in handy. So before class, use FOIL to simplify x plus 4 squared. Now think about the fact that x plus 4 squared is going to be x plus 4 times x plus 4. So I'll give you a little hint. Pause, stop right now if you don't want the hint. If you want the hint, this will be x plus 4 times x plus 4. And if you want to practice on con, which you're going to have to eventually, might as well start, these are the topics to practice.